Florence, capital of Tuscany, has a population of more than 380,000 inhabitants. The city centre is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known by famous cultural giants like Galileo, Dante, Machiavelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and of course Medici family. It has been ranked in Forbes as one of the most beautiful cities in the world, also being ranked in 15 top fashion cities in the world. Piazzale Michelangelo. The perfect place to catch a panoramic view of the city is from the above. Piazzale Michelangelo in Florence is an outdoor terrace located across the Arno River. It was named after Florence's favorite son, legendary artist Michelangelo Buonarroti. Santa Croce. The Basilica di Santa Croce is Franciscan church and also a minor basilica of the Roman Catholic Church. Many important artists are buried in Santa Croce, such as Michelangelo, Rossini, Machiavelli, Galileo Galilei. There you will also find a memorial to Dante, though he was buried in Ravenna. Uffizi Museum is one of the most famous museums in the world due to its plenty of unique artworks and masterpieces through its walls. Most of them were constructed in the Renaissance period. The Medici family has left the main part of the collections to the state of Tuscany. Ponte Vecchio, the famous bridge, built close to the Roman crossing, was the only bridge across the Arno in Florence until 1218. It was rebuilt after a flood in 1345. During the Second World War, it was the only bridge that the Germans did not destroy. Since the 13th century, there were all type of shops on the bridge. In 1593, Ferdinand I decided that only goldsmiths and jewelers to be allowed to have their shops on the bridge.
तरस गए आजा बलम परदेसी है आजा बलम परदेसी
Piazza della Repubblica. Surrounded by plenty of cafes and high-class restaurants, Piazza della Repubblica is one of the main squares in Florence, where you can also find some musicians and street artists. If you face to the piazza, you can see the Hotel Savoy on Via Roma and the Central Post Office, which is located under the arches of Portico.
Mi sono alzato, oh vela ciao, ciao, una mattina.
Battistero di San Giovanni. Located in Piazza del Duomo near the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, you will find the Florence Baptistry, which is also called as a Baptistry of Saint John. It is a religious building which was built in Romanesque architecture and has the status of a minor basilica. Piazza del Duomo is located at the heart of the historic center of Florence. It is not only the most visited area of the city, but also one of the most visited places in Europe and in the world. In this square, you can find the Florence Cathedral, Baptistry, Bell Tower, and last but not the least, a lot of pickpockets. Florence Cathedral. Also located in Duomo Square, you will find the beautiful Florence Cathedral, also called Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral. It was designed by the famous sculptor and architect Filippo Brunelleschi, who loved the Gothic style. Its construction began at the end of the 13th century.
Ciao, partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. Sei un muoio da partigiano, bella ciao, sei un muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire, e seppellire.
Florence is famous for leather products. Do not get surprised if you are walking around central Florence and encounter a sea of colorful purses and bags. Of course, you have to be careful because some of the people are selling fake leather who claim that their product is 100% original leather. And I was surprised that most of the sellers are Bangladeshis. And being a Bengali, I was proud, at the same time awestruck, seeing so much Bengalis, though they are from Bangladesh, but still they are Bengalis and they are doing business in center of Florence. Not in Florence only, but I saw them in Pisa, in Venice also. That in Florence, this leather market almost is full of Bangladeshi sellers. And it was surprising for me.
Ciao, e seppellire lassù in montagna sotto l'ombra di un bel fiume. Ciao, una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, ciao, oh partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire.
Mercato Centrale. It is the largest and the most famous market in Florence. The market has 2 floors. On the ground floor you can do shopping. On the upper floor there are several restaurants where you can taste popular Italian food. It is like a big fast food court in shopping malls with a lot of choices of dishes. We had pizza there. It was delicious. Amazing to see so much Italian food items in a single place, that is Mercato Centrale. It was a good experience.
আজ ভ্রমর ভোলে মধু খেতে উড়ে বেড়ায় আলোয় মেতে আজ কিসের তারে নদীর
Piazza della Signoria, which is an L-shaped square which consists impressive wide arches open to the street. It houses the administrative center of Florence.
লুকোচুরি খেলা আজ ধানের খেতে রৌদ্র ছায়ায় লুকোচুরি খেলা রে ভাই লুকোচুরি খেলা
लुका छुपी बहुत हुई सामने आ जाना कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढो तुझे थक गई है अब तेरी माँ आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरी फिक्र जाना आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरी फिक्र धुंध ना गई देख मेरी नजर आ जाना
যাবো না আজ ঘরে রে ভাই যাবো না আজ ঘরে ওরে আকাশ ভেঙে বাহিরকে আজ নেব রে লুট করে যাবো না আজ ঘরে
तेरी राहत के अखियाँ जाने कैसा कैसा होए जिया तेरी राहत के अखियाँ जाने कैसा कैसा होए जिया
Last but not the least, we are really thankful to Studi Fortin. They booked a guided tour for us because Florence is complicated. Florence is a very historical place. It has a rich history and it is very complicated. So if you are visiting Florence for 3 or 4 hours, you must take a guided tour. And Studi Fortin did that for us. Also, the entire tour was very well planned, and so we refer Studi Fortin to you if you want to visit Florence.
Happy